Let's talk about some American muscle. I'm very proud to make this video. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it is my tribute to Smith & Wesson. It's great to talk about a company based on U.S. soil. It's great to talk about a company on U.S. soil out of Springfield, Massachusetts, which employs approximately 1,500 American employees. Amazing. Just amazing. Let me give you this one stat here. Think about this. You're going to enjoy this video, I think, because I'm enjoying it. Listen to the statement. They are the largest manufacturer of handguns in the United States. Smith & Wesson. Pretty cool, isn't it? The largest manufacturer. Let's go back to the history. And I tell you, I did my research on the company. And that'll be a whole separate video because that's like a 30-minute long video on the whole entire story of S&W. But what this company's been through, oh my gosh, the ups and downs and how they grinded it out, and really where they were and where they've been and where they are today. I mean, they are on the top of the game right now. This company is awesome. The quality, the craftsmanship of their firearms they're putting out today is just amazing and second to none. I just love the company. I love everything about them. I love their quality control. I love what they've done to the 1911. I'll show you here in a moment. I love the customer service. I love everything about Smith & Wesson. Highly recommended. My next gun is going to be the Governor, I'll tell you right now. And I'll do a review on that. Pretty cool gun. It shoots a 410, 45 long cold, 45 ACP, holds 6 rounds. Pretty sweet. That's another story. Now let's talk about Smith and go back a little bit into history, give you a little education. Back in 1852, two gentlemen, one named Horace Smith and the other named Daniel Wesson. Well, Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson got together. Horace Smith was a gunsmith and an inventor. Pretty cool. But he was also a businessman. Now that's the third part of the equation, which usually doesn't fit with a gunsmith. You know, he's usually gunsmith, and back then in the 1800s, they were gunsmiths. But to also be a businessman was very special. He was a brilliant man, and so was Daniel Wesson. Wesson also developed many firearms. The two of them were just poetry in motion together. And they developed the company, and in the beginning, the very first type of pistol was called the volcanic pistol. It was nicknamed the volcanic pistol. So they had a company called the Volcanic Repeating Arms Company, and we'll do a separate video on the history of Smith & Wesson, but I want to kind of fast forward till today. As we know, they're based out of Springfield, Massachusetts. Let me show you what is on the table. Oh, before I do that, I want to say this. Before I show you the firearms, what else has Smith done besides create like the best revolvers ever? And now we're going to look at a 1911. I think after I shot it today, it is my favorite 1911. Think of the caliber of different rounds they developed. I did a video called The Birth of the .40 caliber. If you go to my playlist and you go to my playlist there, and you'll find the informative videos, and it's a pretty interesting story. I mean, Smith & Wesson was right there for the FBI when they had to change from the 38, and then they went to a 10 millimeter, and then all of a sudden the .40 was invented because of the worst shootout in FBI history. It's called, on my playlist, The Birth of the .40 caliber. My point is, Smith has developed so many different ammunition rounds. It's just amazing. This company I have so much respect for. Okay, let me show you what's on the table. I'll zoom in, and let's go back to 1999. Who remembers this gun? This is really cool, one of my favorites. Model 457, you cannot buy it no more. And I'll be surprised if any of you own one of these. I cherish this gun. I love having guns that are no longer manufactured. And moving along here, oh boy, I have a reason to buy a second one of these. I love it so much. I got to get one for my wife. I'll tell her she needs another gun. I tell you, I can't live without this in my pocket. This is called the M&P 340, but the letter CT, like Cat Tom. And you can look it up. It retails for a pricey $1,129, and it is worth every dime made in their M&P Center. Oh my gosh, it's got a laser scandium frame, internal hammer, too much to talk about. I did a video on it. I'll do more videos on that. And I shoot that gun pretty regularly now at the range now, because shooting a .357 Magnum out of a gun that weighs like the weight of your cell phone is ridiculous. It's amazing the quality of the scandium frame. What Smith & Wesson put, they're the only ones that use scandium in their guns. And you've seen my other videos on Smith. Scandium is what is it, like $7,600 per ounce? The price of that precious metal? Yes, and that's not polymer stuff. This is, and it's not just your basic aluminum. This is super, super high quality scandium frames on some of the guns we're about to look at. Now we know the steel frames. Let's look at the big monster. Oh, that 500. You know what? Some of you ask me, why'd you buy that? I mean, what are you going to do with it? Oh, besides it being a collector's item and an heirloom and just a beautiful piece of craftsmanship, and I thank Smith so much for making them the most powerful production handgun in the world, the 500 Magnum, just amazing. And I love that little small snub nose. I only want to shoot 3, 4, 5 rounds out of it when I go to the range, but that gives me such an exhilarating thrill. It's worth it. So I'm just showing you the guns on the table. Now here, oh boy, the 44 Magnum. This is not your everyday 44. This is from the Performance Center. And that's just me. If I'm going to buy something, I want kind of the best. Hopefully you can do the same thing. And if you can't, then come to the channel and I'll show it to you, and we can adore it. But that 44 Magnum is really, really sweet. And then let's just do this. Let me show you this. Let's go back to 1999. Okay, this is what Smith was in 1999. Okay, the 457, and here they are in 2011. And look at what they went into and what they did. The lightweight, I was concerned that it would give me a lot of recoil. It's not. It's a non-issue. It is so accurate and so stable and just so perfect and so tight and so well balanced. You got a 4.25 inch barrel on the gun that weighs less than 30 ounces with that scandium frame. If you don't know what scandium is, go back to my other Smith videos and go to my gun reviews. It is an amazing frame. They have a trademark. No one else does it. Everything about this gun is perfect, and I'll be doing a lot more reviews on it. This is the new E-Series Smith & Wesson 1911. Let me zoom in on it and show you how beautiful it is. Oh, the fish scales on it. It won't swim away, don't worry. It is just, what I call this gun is just attention to detail. It's got the rounded butt. I mean, that grip on it. Let me zoom in on the grip. Smith & Wesson is just an awesome company. Just look how beautiful it is. There's nothing you would want to change out on this gun. It's the only gun I ever owned where I would I'm not touching anything on this gun. I guess there's a couple others, but I mean, this one is like really special. Oh, look at this one here. Well, I bought this way back in the early 1980s, and look how well they hold up. I mean, full stainless steel. Model 686, good old 357 Magnum. Just awesome. Looks like the day I bought it, and that's got probably, no exaggeration, over almost 30, whatever it is, 25, 30 years. That's got at least 10,000 rounds through it. I mean, that was that. For 5 years, I shot that like 300, 400, 500 rounds a week. Oh boy, that's just awesome. They even make blades back there. You zoom in there. M&P. You can see what they are better than I can through the viewfinder. That one's cool there. Extreme Ops. They're all cool. That's a SWAT. So this is my tribute to Smith & Wesson. Let me know what you think of the company. And let me know what you think of that new 1911. This is all about us working together as friends, alright? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, particularly Smith & Wesson. Thank you for being on American soil, and thank you for employing 1,500 Americans. Bye-bye.